make sure that I know who I'm talking to, right? And I think a lot of times we assume that people have different backgrounds, different expertise, and I don't want to assume today, okay? I want to be very, very clear on who I'm talking to. And if you're here for the first time, Alexa, turn off. If you're here for the first time, my name is LaShana West. I am a business therapist and mindset coach. I'm live on YouTube. I'm live on Facebook and also Instagram. So if you're like, ooh, I like the YouTube look better than the Instagram look, go get in where you fit it. I was trying to go live on TikTok as well, and they wanted me to put in my birthday. And I'm like, see, hold up. Okay, we lit. So y'all, I'm in my self-care nook. Yeah, continue to tell me who you guys are, where you guys are tuning in from. I'm excited because I'm in my self-care nook, right? And if you do not have a self-care nook, and you're probably like, girl, what is you talking about, nook? Nook, if you book, nook. I'm just playing. I'm kidding. A self-care nook is like a, and look, let me scoop my flowers over so y'all can see. A self-care nook is like a sacred, safe space for you. I got pillows, I have greenery, and I do all this for a reason. A lot of you guys, you know, I am a business therapist and mindset coach, right? And so inner child healing for me happens like the kids say, 25/8. And at the end of the day, you don't have to have all the bells and whistles to serve yourself, okay? You can literally have a blanket and some sage. Like I have this Palo Santo right here. I'm about to light it here in a minute, just to set the atmosphere and set the tone of what I want to share with you guys. I am so excited. I'm literally about to teach you guys how to become a coach from your natural gifts over these few weeks, right? The days of when I'll go live for Coach's Corner will change, but I will always let you know when the next one is before we wrap up tonight. So whether you're here live on the replay, I need to know who you are and what you do. So I had one person share in the comments. Where did that comment go? Bingo. Mystique Sweets, nurse of 35 years, aspiring health coach. I love it. So we're going to remove the word aspiring, and we are a future health coach. Okay? So put future health coach in the comments for me. I'm really big about reframing. I'm really big about claiming and taking what is yours, what you deserve, and what you desire. And ain't nothing aspiring around here, okay? So let me pop this in my Facebook group really quickly, and then I'm going to put this down. Boom, we good. Future health coach. Exactly. So we're going to start off with deep breathing. I just want, and look, y'all, the deep breath ain't for y'all. It's for me. Okay. I always say that as a joke, but I'm really not joking. I'm serious. Kind of. All right. So when I count to 3, we're going to breathe in and we're going to hold it until I say release. And as you're breathing in, I want you to basically release all of the different energy, all the things you're thinking about you got to do tonight. I still haven't had dinner, but I prepped it before this live. But guess what? Right now it's me and you, your cousin and your, okay, yeah. Oh, also, I'm goofy. I make wannabe jokes. I will be a comedian in the future. And I'm thebomb.com. Okay. So let me have Alexa do some 432 hertz. Alexa, play 432 hertz. She's the only one that listens to what I ask her to do. All right. On 3. We're gonna hold it when I say 3, okay? 1, 2, 3, in. Hold it. Release. Very good. Hey, Ty. Ty, I owe you an application, okay? Don't worry, it's coming. Because I know you about to be my new content instructor. And now I done, hold up, y'all, we gotta start all over. I done broke my breathing. That's my ADHD. I done broke my breathing. All right, we're gonna start from scratch, okay? On 3, in. 1, 2, 3, in. Release. And as you're taking your deep breath, I want you to really just relax and open yourself to some new learning and new opportunity that you're going to embark on tonight. We're going to be talking about different things when it comes to becoming a coach. In my Amazon storefront, you can grab your copy of this. This is going to be like our manual, our teaching manual, if you may. And I haven't read this throughout the entire thing, but I like it because it enables you to see that it's not as hard and complex as you're thinking, right? So let's do one more deep breath. 1, 2, 3, in. Release. All right. Why am I doing this series? Hello, hello, hello. I am doing this series because I want you to know that you can become a coach from your natural gifts and talents. And a lot of us are already coaching, but either A, I don't want to be called a coach, or B, I don't know where to start, so I'll just continue to help people for free, or C, you didn't realize that you can get paid very well from your natural gifts and talents. A lot of us already have natural leadership and coaching, how do I say it? Coaching personality types, right? Think of this. If you're the person who was always the one problem solving, always the one providing feedback and insight, someone who's conscientious about how they communicate with others, maybe you have a high emotional intelligence, right? You're a coach. And my goal is for you to know that, because anytime you think of a book and it says business coaching and mentoring for dummies, all that means is that it's easier than you think. And I am here over these next few weeks to hold space with you, answer questions, give you some insight, and get closer to being clear on the type of coach you want to be, who it is you want to serve. And the biggest thing is come close. What's your why? I'm on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, so y'all see my eyes kind of pivoting. Next time I'm gonna use my Ecamm Live where I can just stream everywhere, but I didn't want that to hold me up. So I want to tell you guys a little bit about my coaching journey, and we're going to start with courage and confidence building tonight. Alexa, turn down. So I am a therapist by trade, right? I have a master's in clinical counseling. I've done the formal therapy. I've done more middle management where I supervise those who provided mental health services all the way to executive director level in operational work. Excuse me. And what I've learned is in all of those roles, all of those um, how do I say this? All of those skills and abilities that I had, one main vein was coaching. Whether you're a therapist, whether you're a supervisor, whether you are a direct care staff. If you're direct care, you're coaching your clients or customers, right? If you are a supervisor and Keisha is coming in late, or Keisha is really good at something, but there's just a couple tweaks that she can do, more than likely when you're talking to her, you're coaching her to help her be better. And a lot of people take the art of coaching for granted. Did you guys know it is a billion-dollar industry? I don't care if you're a health coach, a uh, business coach, a life coach, a marketing coach, a content coach. At the end of the day, you literally can get paid from your natural gifts and talents. And this is the thing. I know a lot of CEOs and people in corporate who have a coaching business and still work their 9 to 5. I was what I call side hustling for, I would say, at least 2 years until I was able to replace my corporate salary and more. So at the end of the day, you don't have to just, oh, I'm gonna quit my job and be a coach. No, you can do both until you make the decision that it makes sense for you to lean in, to go all in. So in regards to my story, I became complacent and unsatisfied, dissatisfied, things dissatisfied, whatever, in the role that I was in corporate because they had me behind a computer. And mind you, I was remote, but I still wasn't being maximized. And most people end up pivoting or doing something different when they're either A, unhappy, or B, they understand and they see that their gifts and talents are not being maximized, or their gifts and talents are being taken advantage of, right? And so I needed something different. I didn't know what the different was. And as you know, when we start to get curious, we start to go and find what it is that we're looking for. And so I got on social media, started getting connected with online coaches, social media influencers, content creators, and just started being nosy, if you may, right? And what I realized was that, and don't take this the wrong way, but I'm just going to put the little caveat, most of them didn't have a degree. Okay. Secondly, a lot of them weren't as smart as me. I'm only saying it because I'm sure you see the same things that I'm saying, right? A lot of them didn't have as much passion, and I knew I could do it and better. And I'm like, well, damn, if she making six figures, millions with a hoodie on, and shout out to the hoodie gang, okay? Well, let's just, I know I'm about to mess my hair up. Shout out to the hoodie gang. Shout out to the hoodie gang. If they can wear hoodies and Jordans and make impact and serve large stages of audience and make money, way more money than I was making, I'm just like, why can't I, right? Let me check YouTube real quick to see if I got any comments or anything. Why can't I? And when I said, why not me? Oh my goodness, an oyster of impact and breakthrough and clarity and investing in myself. Don't get it twisted, okay? Because I ain't learned all this for the free, okay? And that's why what I'm doing now is helping people to see that they can do exactly what I'm doing and better. And when I say better, and this is what I meant by I could do it better when I made that statement earlier, you can do better than me in your area of expertise. See, there's never any competition because I'm not going to compete with somebody who I'm not even in the same industry in, right? So if I do business therapy and mindset coaching, Maxwell may do business therapy and mindset coaching too, but Maxwell has not walked in my shoes. Maxwell has not did the things that I've done. Maxwell has not had the same story, the upbringing, the ups, the downs, the adversity as me. So I'm not going to compare myself to someone who does not have my story or my glory, right? And so what I want you to take away today is that you can live the life of your dreams, doing what you love and getting paid at a competitive rate without sacrificing yourself for wealth. So everybody put wealth in the comments, whether you're here on Instagram or YouTube. And so now I'm looking for my phone, right? And as you guys know, I have a multi-purpose content creation studio in Atlanta, Georgia, also known as Marietta. And it's a safe space for entrepreneurs to learn and grow. What does that have to do with being a coach, LaShana? I'm so glad you asked. It has a lot to do with being a coach because when you are a coach, when you are an entrepreneur, when you are a business owner, you're going to have to create content. What do you guys think I'm doing right now? I'm creating content, right? And even though you're viewing my content right now, this content, and I'm basically going to be talking to you guys from a producer standpoint. This content is going to be repurposed. This content is going to be chopped up and shared in different areas. And that helps me to extend my reach. That helps me to have 5 people over here, 20 people over here, 3 people over here. And then next week, when you look at replays, Now it's 50, 100, 1,500, right? None of that can happen if I'm in my head overthinking, overanalyzing, and wondering, will they watch? Do they understand what I'm doing? So tonight, what I want you to know is that if you want to become a coach, a consultant, a service provider, a thriving entrepreneur, it starts with here. Mindset is the foundation of everything. And I know that might seem cliche, but I'll be honest with you, it's the truth. If you go to any of those conferences, the Grant Cardones, the Eric Thomases, the Lisa Nichols, and I always talk about the same people, but I do that because, Alexa, turn off. Many people think that business is about landing pages and funnels and all the things. Baby, business is about the brain. Business is about you knowing and understanding your worth. Business is about waking up every single day and feeling this burning desire to help, to heal, to support, and you just so happen to also get paid for it. That is business. And mind you, that's the kind of business that I build. I build a business that not only puts money in my bank account, but helps people to get to the next level in life. And that's why I love the work that I do, because at the end of the day, I have an array of different clients. I have clients who work in the spa industry, clients who have a side business, clients who have digital products, clients who have their own community, but I am their quote unquote secret weapon that helps them to shift their mindset so they can be the best leader. That's my CEO coaching route, right? I also have business partners and collaboration opportunities where I serve as the resident mindset coach in their program. How was I able to do this? Woo. I wouldn't have been able to do this if I would have been in my head wondering, do people really want to buy from me? Do people really want my services? Do I really know what I'm doing, right? So at the end of the day, you got to first make the decision that you're destined for more, that you want more, that you are going to become the thing, the person, the entity that you want to become, and then you do the thing. Guys, let me tell y'all something. I didn't make my first six figures in my life until I left corporate. I'm talking about with two master's degrees. I'm talking about after being in a company for 9 years. When I left there, I think I left at 67,000. And then the other company I left at 72,000 a year. And I thought that was a lot. I thought I was so, I'm not going to say I thought I was so blessed, but I thought that that was a lot of money until I realized that I could hit six figures in 6 months with no team, with doing what I loved, and then having a macro impact of helping people do what they love too. That blew my mind. And I said, well, if I could do this in 6 months and I just started, haven't even been doing this for 5 years, imagine if I go all in and I practice what I preach. Talk about imposter syndrome. And even though I specialize in imposter syndrome, guys, that doesn't mean I don't struggle with it, right? And you are the best to do what you've struggled with in the past. You're the best to teach others how to break out of it. That's going to get us to what kind of coach should you become. And if you're like, oh, I need that book, click the link in my bio on Instagram to my Amazon storefront and grab it, right? Because today what we're going to be talking about is one second, because I'm going to be skipping through that. Today we're going to be talking about what the difference is between mentoring and coaching. And there's actual, on page 46, a very distinct graph, but it doesn't matter what you call yourself. Oh, I'm not a coach. I'm a specialist. I'm an expert. I'm an advocate. I'm a strategist. Guess what, boo-boo? Don't nobody care what your title is. They want to know what's in it for me. Oh, so someone's asking, do I do one-on-one? Yes, I do one-on-one coaching. I'll talk about that a little later. But if you comment the word breakthrough, you will get a link. So just comment the word breakthrough. People want to know what's in it for me. And so many times we're worried about the brand colors, we're worried about the title, the logo. Baby, there's people making 10K months without a website, without an email list, but with the motivation, the discernment, and the productivity and the gumption and the audacity to say, I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do it scared. I'm going to do it ugly. I'm going to do it anyway. So before I continue, I want to ask you, A, what kind of coach are you becoming? Or B, what kind of coach are you? I didn't say that you aspire to be, right? And no, and I'm not calling you out, boo-boo, but we're not aspiring, we're doing. If you was aspiring, you wouldn't be here, right? So I want to know who I have in the building, because the reason why I became a leadership mindset coach, self-awareness coach, business therapist is because it's so in alignment to what I already do, right? And then I learned business so well, then I was able to also add that to my area of expertise with business coaching. And it's so funny because a couple weeks ago I was on a challenge with one of the top marketing gurus in the world, and I knew the answers to I knew the answers of what the people were saying. I didn't say anything. I just, let them do their thing. But I was like, dang, girl, you're really good at this. And so in order for you to get better and to get good at what you want to be good in, you have to do the work. Hello, hello, hello. If you're new here, whether you're here on Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram, I'm LaShana West. I'm your business therapist and mindset coach, and I have a series called The Coach's Corner, which you're literally tuned into right now. And I'm going to be taking you guys through the business coaching and mentoring for dummies, and also just kind of giving you some of the insight, the downfalls, the breakthroughs that I was able to experience, and how I was able to hit my first six-figure milestone and beyond by being a coach, by doing it by myself. And of course, later on, I was able to hire a team, but you do not have to have a team to have a thriving coaching business. Starting off, you got to start somewhere, because it's the thing. When you first start, if you hire a team, what is it that you want them to do? You don't know yet because you ain't did nothing yet. Number two, if you're paying them, how are you going to pay yourself? Number three, if you're paying someone else to do what you need them to do, but you haven't mastered it or did it yourself yet, how do you know that they're doing it in a timely manner and effectively? I'm going to let that sit for a minute. Okay? So, and make sure you guys share this out to at least 3 people who have shared, you know what, I want to become a coach. You know what, I want to start my own business. You know what, I need something new. All right. So, what's the difference between mentoring and coaching? So, according to the book, and I'm going to tell y'all my opinion, but I'm going to read y'all layman's terms. Ongoing response, blah, blah, blah. Ongoing relationship usually over a long period of time. That's what they said mentoring is, right? Coaching is relationship of set duration and regularly recontracting. So a lot of people are like, oh, I want you to be my mentor. And some people see mentorship as free. But also some people see, okay, yeah, you my mentee and you're going to pay X, Y, Z. So y'all, it's semantics. It doesn't matter what you call it, but everyone should be compensated at a competitive rate for their gifts. Do you guys see how I said at a competitive rate and I didn't say everyone should be paid their worth? The reason why I didn't say that is because, and y'all this might be the biggest thing y'all take away from this first kickoff series of Coach's Corner. We will never get paid our worth. The blood, the sweat, the tears, the ups, the downs, the adversity, the breakthroughs, the magic moments, the not so good moments. There's not an amount of money that you can pay me to pay me my worth. My worth is exponential. My worth is infinite, right? So it irks me when people say, I want to get paid my worth. Or when someone says, I'm going to help you get paid your worth. No, you're not. No one can help me get paid my worth. So I reframe the verbiage to, you will get paid at a competitive rate. How can you get paid at a competitive rate? You have to do your market research and see what is going on in the marketplace, and also look at what is the value and transformation that you're providing. What is the thing that when you help me, there is no amount of money because you are doing surgery on XYZ issue versus a band-aid approach. I'm gonna let that simmer. I don't know if y'all caught it. Drop me a 1 if y'all caught that. Because so many times, guys, the reason why you're not getting paid at a competitive rate is because your dream client, number one, can't find you. They can't find you because you're not showing up, or you're not showing up in a way that calls them out of the woodworks. You see, when you are in your lane and when you are in alignment with what you truly, 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 deep down in your soul should be doing, there's no one or nothing that can stop you from doing it. And the ones who are in alignment to work with you, you ain't got to beg them to work with you. They're literally saying, where do I pay? And they don't even care about how much, because you're saying something that is literally pulling on their heartstrings, and you're letting them know, hey, I know you struggle with imposter syndrome. Hey, I know you need a copywriter. Hey, I know that your taxes are taxing and it's keeping you up at night. Hey, I know that your kids are bad as hell, and the reason why that they keep on rocking and rolling is because you don't know what to do. Hey, I know you've been single for 45 years, but guess what, baby? Once you do these 3 things, you're going to be having them knocking on your door wanting to have a date. And mind you, I'm just literally making these things up, right? But my point is, your messaging and your marketing has to be on point. But the first thing that has to be on point is your mindset. And so most people bring me in and they already have a therapist and they already have a business coach, but there's something missing in the middle. And that's where I come into play as a business therapist and mindset coach. It's basically the best of both worlds, right? So in this coach's corner, we're not only going to be learning about how to become a coach, how to gain clarity, but it's more so, what are the fundamental skills that a coach should have? What does your customer service look like as a coach? Are you in integrity with what you said you're going to do and how you're doing it? What is your mindset looking like when you see Keisha rolled out with an offer that has your same name, and now you shake it in your boots and wondering if you should just throw all your stuff in the trash? I don't know who I'm talking to. If I'm talking to you, put me in the comments, okay? But, you know, I've been talking to everyone about monetizing your magic. And whether you're a seasoned vet who's been in the game or you're new to the party, your gifts, skills, and abilities are magic. No one else has you. No one else has your personality. No one else has your story. So I want you to embrace and feel empowered about you being who you are versus being potentially shameful of your story, or not wanting people to know that you grew up in foster care, or maybe you were adopted, or maybe you did some things that you weren't proud of in the past. Y'all, that's your secret sauce. Okay? So what I want to do now is open up the floor for some Q&A. You can put it in the Q&A box or pop your question in the comments, or if you're feeling froggy, and I hope someone is feeling froggy, hit the request button and get on live with me. I need to grab my charger. Get on live with me and ask your question on IG Live. Okay, so if you're on YouTube or Facebook, you have to come over to IG Live to ask your question. I do have a question right here, and they said, what is the first step to overcoming imposter syndrome? Great question. So, first of all, let me just explain what imposter syndrome is, okay? So imposter syndrome is the inner critic telling you that you're not enough, telling you that you don't belong at the table, and at some point, everyone's going to find out that you're a fraud. Now, let me let you know this. Over 90% of people in the world have struggled with imposter syndrome at some point in their life, including myself, right? And imposter syndrome actually impacts those who really are smart, who really know what they're doing, who really are brilliant. And everyone around that person knows how dope they are. They see the sparkle, the magic, but the person is questioning, do I belong at the table? Should I be here? And that's when it pulls on my heartstrings. That's one of the things, the reason why I'm in the game. I hate to see that. I hate to see people shrink. I hate to see people kind of, stay behind the scenes. And someone, I always screenshot all the good feedback that I get. Someone said, LaShana, you are so good at helping people to feel comfortable to get out of their own way, stand up for themselves, activate their voice. And that's literally what I do. That's literally what people pay me for. If you boiled it down, I help people see their brilliance, see their magic, take action on the opportunities that are in front of them, or create the opportunities, but you can't create if you're not cognizant of who you are and what you have. Let that simmer. Okay. So I'm actually having a 2-day mastermind called Monetize Your Magic in June in Atlanta. I didn't get on to talk about that, but if you're interested in learning more, just message me on Instagram, or Facebook, just send me a message. But think of 2 days where you are locked in, where you literally do workshopping and building that signature offer that you love, but you're healing while building. And for those that know me, you already know I have a platform called Healing While Building. This is the thing. Most people have not started a business yet because of imposter syndrome, because they're thinking they have to heal first and then build their business. But what if I told you that they can happen simultaneously in tandem? And that's where the fun happens, because you will have all of these breakthroughs and all these aha moments and all these connections to where, oh my God, I didn't know I needed that. Oh my God, I didn't know what happened for me, not to me, in fifth grade is the reason why I continue to shrink. Entrepreneurship is the biggest learning development tool, right? And that's why every single day I'm pumped up, I'm fired, even when I'm tired, even when my functioning depression be functioning, even when, things don't go the way that I want it to go, it continues to keep me fueled because I'm always learning. Even today, doing this live, where I have my phone right here and I got my YouTube right here, and I'm like, okay, girl, you need to use your streaming service that have it streaming on everything. And I know that, but I procrastinated and did it at the last minute. So here we are, learning from me. Not, oh my God, I was late, or who cares? Number one, and you already know I'll be trying to be funny and I'm being facetious, but I'm really not. But I'm about to say something. It's free anyways. Ain't nobody paid me for me to share my gifts, for me to do what I'm doing. Now, mind you, that might be a little ignorant to say. However, what I'm saying is this: don't be so hard on yourself when you have flexibility. I'm not saying show up late, but what I am saying, exactly, what I am saying is, if you drop the ball, so what? Who was supposed to be there gonna be there? Who wants to work with me is gonna work with me, right? Yeah, y'all ain't paying anyway. And let me just speak on this before I wrap up with y'all. Be yourself as a coach. That's how I operate. That's how I talk. Making little jokes here and there. Is there some truth to it? Hell yeah. But am I like serious, serious? Hell yeah. Just kidding. No, I'm not. But I crack jokes. So I'm not gonna sit here with a pressed white shirt on and, hey guys, what's up? That's not how I talk. I'm sitting here in my self-care nook that I've been telling y'all about, right? And I haven't got to light my Palo Santo, but I want to do that before I wrap up. Your business should not be surrounded and dependent and contingent on people. Your business should serve you first. I get paid to do not only what I love to do, but what I was afraid to do. And when I check in with you guys on Friday, because part 2 of this is going to be on Friday, I'm going to share more about my resiliency story. And this is the thing. Everyone has a resiliency story. And so many times we end up making our resiliency story a trauma story. Alexa, play 432 Hertz.
Listen to specific songs anytime you like. Just say try Amazon Music Unlimited. 432 Hertz and similar songs on Amazon Music.
Yeah, no, I'm so annoyed, right? Your life is resiliency. What has happened for you in the past is a catalyst of why you are where you are, where you're going, and where you will be. But if we are not cognizant of that, then we won't charge competitively for who we are, for our gifts. I was talking to a really good friend of mine today, and they were like, they're getting my genius. And I said, yeah, and your genius, there's no price on that. So people are getting your magic. People are getting your genius. People are getting your energy. Like right now, I'm sitting here sharing space with you guys, sharing energy with you guys. There's not a price that you can put on that. You want to know why? I didn't even know all these things that I was going to talk about. So how can I create a landing page and an email that says, hey, join me on live where I'm going to teach you this, this, and this? That's where it's that BS. When you got to have an agenda because you don't know what to do, I want to caution you of perfectionism and thinking that everything has to go right. Now, mind you, I'm not saying, because I know we have some A-type personalities. I'm not saying, and if I'm hollering at y'all, my bad. It's so funny. Somebody, I was on the phone with them because I'm very passionate. This is how I coach, right? And she wasn't even my client, but she was like, I feel like you hollering at me. I am. And it's not in a negative way. It's TLC. It's tough love. I'm passionate and pumped up because I can see where you're going and where you're going to be and what you want even before you can. That's one of my gifts. And so, of course, I'm going to be hyped the hell up. If you could see and if you had the belief in the calling that I have on mine, you would be there too. But it's not for you to be. You are right where you need to be at this moment, right? So, how can I charge my worth when I didn't even know or envision this impact that was going to happen right here at 8:54 on March 2nd? But this is the reason why, guys, we got to start showing up more so magic can happen. So you can find the people who've been looking for you. So the people who's been looking for you can find you. How can they find you if you're not showing up? Mm. You couldn't tell me that I'd be where I am right now 5 years ago when I was working in a company. You couldn't tell me I wouldn't be where I am right now 5 years ago when I was unhappy, sitting at a desk, looking out the window, wondering, will I ever be able to maximize my gifts? You know, that's a really, really, really challenging place to be when you're not happy and you're living paycheck to paycheck, or the money is coming and there's still something in your gut that's like, we're not in alignment. This ain't gonna work. If I were to leave tomorrow, if the universe said, hey, it's time to ascend to the next journey, would I be happy about that? Would I be able to say, thank you? Would I be able to say, I've done everything that I've been destined to do? So I want to leave you with the question. Have you done everything that you're destined to do? The impact, the breakthrough, the transformation, the connections. Alexa, turn off. It's a yes or no answer. Yes or no. So I hope Coach's Corner was amazing. I met you last week. You told me don't focus on what you don't have, focus on what you have. I replayed this in my mind all week. Oh, wow. That's such a blessing. That's such a blessing. I gotta take a picture of that with my other phone. Look, look. That's why I do what I do, y'all. And I met her. I hadn't known her for 10 minutes. I hadn't known her for 10 minutes. I don't have to know you to share space with you, to share my heart with you, right? And I think so many times we have contingencies on what we're going to do and who we're going to do it with or who we're going to do it for. The only contingency that you need to have is that you're going to put yourself first no matter what. I would love to support you. Um, for those that don't know, I do a complimentary breakthrough call and we explore if I could support you with life coaching, with business therapy, or even content coaching, because creating content is a thing too, to where if you're not confident and clear on what you're creating, who you're impacting, and how you're showing up, then either A, you won't create the content, or B, the content won't connect. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed Coach's Corner. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you enjoyed most about this session. Our next one is going to be Friday. Let me look at my calendar, y'all, because I operate from my calendar. Okay, I cannot tell y'all from my brain. Oh, let's see, let's see, let's see. We're gonna do 6 o'clock p.m. EST on Friday, all right? Have an amazing night. I'm so excited to tap in with you guys. Tonight was great, and we'll see you soon. Hey, YouTube. That's my Palo Santo. If you enjoyed this live stream, make sure you are subscribed to my channel. I'm going to go live more often here on YouTube. I just want to tell you guys, next time you won't have that red phone in your face, okay? I'm gonna have my stuff together. My stuff gonna be together. Let me know what resonated with you guys. Thank you so much for tapping in. And then also I'm gonna drop a link below so you guys can book a complimentary clarity